for whatever reason, you can't put everything together. How does this impact the Broncos? It's pretty much like it was how I expected it to be. I had Trevor Siemian winning, this battle. I think they will probably finish 8-8, unless Trevor Siemian can, kind of catch fire or whatever it is that you want to, call it. Or maybe they just establish a run game with C.J. Anderson and Booker, Devontae Booker. But I see this 8-8. Trevor Siemian, no knock on this guy at all, but I seriously believe that he is not the guy that the Broncos wanted all along, because you wouldn't have been offering Brock Osweiler the money that you was offering him if you knew or thought that you had a guy that's going to be around for, multiple years in Trevor Siemian. So I think that they're probably going to try and trade Paxton Lynch. They're probably going to push him out there, second half of the preseason for this week. And then next week, let them play probably majority of the whole game and see if they can get some takers, off of it. And then they'll jump right back into it and see if they can get another quarterback. And they still got Chad Kelly. Who knows, about him? He was Mr. Irrelevant, but if he stayed out of trouble and he wasn't injured, who knows where Chad Kelly would have got drafted? So it's a lot of stuff out there that's very interesting with the Broncos. But Trevor Siemian, he is the quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Now, this right here, I am not going to yell. I am not going to lose my mind. But the Houston Texans has made another quarterback decision. Yes, and I say it like that. Another quarterback decision. So they decide to go with Tom Savage as their starting quarterback, and Deshaun Watson, he's basically going to be probably their number 2. I seriously doubt he'll be 3. But they may start off at the beginning of the season at 3. But why should I trust anything that the Texans is telling me when it comes to the quarterback position? You jumped up to take Deshaun Watson, which that's no problem. I have no problem about that. But we all know unless Tom Savage turns into Jeff Hostetler or something like that, Deshaun Watson will be starting by the end of the year, before the end of the year, probably by midseason. And here's the thing when I say, the Texans with this QB decision, we can't trust anything that's going on with them other than if you start Deshaun Watson. And the reason I say this, look at the past track record recently, last year. They got Brock Osweiler, right? Traded him. They probably already wanted to trade Brock halfway into the season. They couldn't wait to the end of the season probably to get him out of there. That's not a decision that you just make on the whim. So you brought in a guy and you already done shipped him out. You done had Tom Savage on your roster for 4 years. Now he's your starter. Now he's your guy. Along with the year before that, we remember them on Hard Knocks. Tom was there, where they're trying to decide between Brian Hoyer and Ryan Mallett. They were just flip-flopping quarterbacks all season. Even before that. Now it was due to injury, but you had TJ Yates. TJ Yates. It was like, hey, TJ Yates, he's not a bad player. Don't sleep on TJ Yates. Now he's not there no more. So all I'm saying is that let's just stop playing the games. Let's just stop playing the games. And just put Deshaun out there. I'm not saying he's Dak, because he doesn't have that running game like Dak had in Dallas last year. Lamar Miller has not shown that he's that type of running back. He's not a scrub. He's not sorry or anything like that. Dang, I sound like Stephen A. Scrub. But He You might as well just go ahead and let him get his lumps. I think that Deshaun Watson is a guy that could handle it. Just like with Dak, when Tony Romo went down and Kellen Moore was down too, because Kellen Moore was supposed to be the guy, but he got his leg broken. And Dak stepped in. I didn't see 13-3, but I was like, they're going to be all right. They're going to be okay. Dallas is going to play a lot better than people thought with Dak Prescott. Now, I didn't see 13-3 a lot better, but to me, that's what I get from Deshaun. I think he's a guy that is mature. He's a guy that gets it. He's a guy that doesn't get flustered. He's a guy that I think commands respect. And this is no knock on Tom Savage. I'm just saying, Deshaun Watson is just a better quarterback. And you're delaying the inevitable. It's going to happen, you know? So, I said I was going to, shout out some people in here. So I'm sorry, for that. But, shouts out to Mocha Bella. We already said Mocha Bella. Shouts out to my man, Seth Galloway, in the building as well. Shouts out to my man, 334 Bama Boy, who says it's 10 days left. He is absolutely right. We are almost, and I'm sorry, 334 Bama Boy. I've been saying the countdown to the NFL. It's the countdown to, if I'm correct here, 334, the countdown to college football for Alabama. Crimson Tide. I think that's what he was referencing. So I apologize, 334. I thought you were talking about the NFL, but you're talking about college ball. So, and we'll be getting into that, as well, because college football is major down here in the Southeast, and definitely here in Georgia. They got it going on. Shouts out to JB Jennings as well, who's in here with us. And my man, you just heard him on one of the commercials we got, Ben from BS3 Sports. And before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in tomorrow. To tomorrow's shows, we got a slew of people that be coming on. Basically, the brother that, runs this here. And the two brothers that run this here, the Two Live Stews, Doug will be on at 10 a.m. And then we got Jeff Fox that'll be on tomorrow. Ryan will be on, Ryan Stewart, that is, the other half of Two Live Stews. And at night, Thursday night, my man Kesey, Kicking It with Kesey, to be on at 9 o'clock. So Doug at 10, Jeff Fox at 1, Jeff Fox at 1, and Ryan at 2, if I'm getting that right, and then Kesey at 9 o'clock. So, Cedric Galloway say 4 to 5 games max for Savage as a starter. And it may be less than that, because if he go out there and if they do this quarterback carousel, which they cannot, DeAndre Hopkins may put someone in the finger for a leg lock. I'm talking about Ric Flair style. Chop him on the chest first and then just lock it in, because I'm sure he is tired of having all these quarterbacks. Now, he has endorsed Tom Savage, but if you go to Deshaun, you have to stick with him and just roll with it. This quarterback carousel cannot happen, So, and I was corrected here. I apologize. No Doug or Ryan tomorrow. So thank you, Seb. But you can always listen to past shows of Doug and Ryan on the Doug Stewart show.com, and also here on Spreaker.com. You can listen to Ryan. So appreciate that, Seb, for correcting me, sir. Texans, Broncos, good luck. Texans is the only team that I have that pretty much probably will win the division, but it'll be because of the defense. Broncos, that's a hard division with Oakland, Kansas City, and possibly San Diego. I said it. See? Ooh! Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a tough division. That's going to be tough on them to make some noise in there. They're going to have solid quarterback play. But we're going to move on to a little bit of baseball news. So in the MLB, and I've talked about this probably till I've been blue in the face. And again, I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to get my point across. But Major League Baseball has decided to put plans in to implement a league-wide fan conduct for the 2018 season. And you may ask why. because they do not have a league-wide policy or whatever it is that you want to call it. This is a good thing. To me, and I've talked about this as far as like with fans and not calling them fans when they do, silly stuff, stupid stuff, dangerous stuff, or criminal stuff. We've seen the fans that, be at baseball games. They get drunk or it's a dare or something like that, and they jump out on the field and they run on the field and they're running from, security and everything. And everyone finds it funny. And it's all funny until someone, end up getting hurt, someone start attacking someone or anything like that. The whole thing that happened with in Boston when they played the Orioles, in the racial slurs that was thrown out there, they said, by the fans and everything. So it's a lot of stuff that goes on, at games just in general. It's not just baseball games, but since it's talking about baseball games, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Liquor is involved. People, start acting crazy. Not even, I remember this is probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, but the Giants and the Dodgers, their fans are fighting, and you had one fan put another fan in the hospital. Giants and Dodgers. It's just like, it has to stop somewhere. It has to be some type of consequences or repercussions for your actions other than just, the law getting involved. With beating someone up, yes, you let the law handle that. But you need to set some type of environment or set up some type of environment that we're not going to tolerate a lot of this crazy stuff that's going on. We've had people jump out of the stands and attack umpires back in the day. So it's getting out of hand. In baseball, you don't see it that much in football. People, out on the field. It's very hard to get out there. Basketball, which is very easy, but you don't see it too often. Hockey, ain't nobody going to jump out there because hockey players will probably beat you up, but you're going to slide all across the ice, so it's not going on there. But baseball is very easy. It's very easy, and you're very close to the players for this. So I think this is a good look for the Major League Baseball to implement something that all fans are going to be held accountable to when they come into those stadiums, because when you don't, then people think they got the license and they got the right just to nut up and act a fool, So they will give us an explanation when the new season starts. We're almost done, so of course they're not gonna, break it down now. But I will be interested in seeing what will be allowed, what's not allowed or tolerated, whatever it is that you want to call it. But it was a need to be done, for Texas, for Major League Baseball to start implementing some type of rule, for these fans. You got to set the example. You got to let people know you're not just going to be able to do, just because you paid a ticket, you're not going to be able to just do whatever it is that you want to do, But somebody who does do what they want to do, Roger Goodell, is in the news, and it's not for the Patriots, it's not for the Cowboys, and it's not for concussions or anything like that. That brother is in the news about an extension. They are talking about an extension with this brother. Right now, Roger Goodell is making $35 million a year.
Show me the money!
Yeah, he told them show him the money, and they showed him the money. So, $35 million right now. And they're talking about giving this brother a 5-year extension to continue to be the NFL commissioner. Should we be surprised? Now, I spoke a few weeks back saying that don't be surprised if these owners try to get Roger Goodell out of there. Lopan had a talk with me after the show. Basically asked me, was I on something? Am I crazy?
Indeed.
Lopan, I remember the conversation. No need for you to chime in. And he